Ooh, what is going on, you guys? How's everybody? Aloha. Hope you guys can hear me. AC is like blowing up like crazy right above my head. What is up, ALOHANA CREW? Hope you guys can see that. Can you see that? How's that? If you build the... Oh, let me turn on my mic. I think I'm a little too loud, huh? Loud and clear, huh? Okay. Well then, ALOHANA CREW. Look, what I created just for you guys. You guys are on there. And hope everybody's doing good. Kelly, Dave, Sherry, Stacy. Let's see, who else is on here? Cheryl. Brother Daryl's on here too. Wow. Okay, awesome, you guys. Hey, well, you know what? Guess what? Aloha. It's been a while. I've been busy. It's been a crazy 2 weeks with work and everything. Here's the thing. If you ever... Is it still hot? Yes, actually, we hit the 90s this week again. Like, I can't wait until it gets cold. I mean, not too cold, but I'm sure, you know, in the Midwest, you guys know what cold is. You know, California is kind of like in the middle. But again, you're talking to a brother from Hawaii, so anything below 60 degrees is like, you know, cold. Kia ora, Francesca. Nice to have you on this evening. I know. So I know I'm my thoughts are all over the place right now, you guys, because I was trying to get stuff ready. And oh yes, much aloha. Hope you guys are doing well in New Zealand. You know, with all that stuff, that crazy stuff is going over there. Hopefully you know, I don't want to say any type of words before they might shut down this this live feed, but you know what I'm talking about. Hope you guys are doing well over there, Francesca. Yeah, so praying that all is well. But yes, Cheryl. Okay, so I'm like reading. I'm trying to get my thoughts out, but at the same time, I'm reading what you guys are putting out in the chat. So, brother Travis, hey, what is going on? You know, I thought I would never be able to get on again today because Monday is usually my time of rest from the whole entire week. It gets really busy. If you're wondering how come there's no background music today, I'm not gonna stay on as long as like how I used to, and the keyboard is on this side, and so I don't have it plugged in today. So I'll owe you guys one. Okay. Anyhow, where was I? See, I lost my train of thought already. Yeah, where was I? What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway. So, well, yeah, the weather. Okay, the weather is hot. And well, it's kind of mild, but then it's not as hot as it was. Anyway, so I wanted to continue on with you know, my a little bit of the stories, because remember I didn't get to show you guys pictures, but this time my computer is working, so you know. I'll get to show some of you guys that tonight, you know, with the time given to me before I start cooking dinner this evening. Yes, it got really busy. Oh, Kelly, the sad face. I know, I'm so sorry, man. I'm telling you, like, I just wish that I could keep my desk to one position, honestly, you know, and then not have to rearrange things, because what I do is, well, I don't have my other camera on. I only got 2 cameras on this time because I wanted to keep it simple. But anyway, when I usually set up the full setup, I mean, I have to actually rearrange my whole entire table. I just wish I could just have this one table where I could just pull out my keyboard like a drawer, you know, kind of a thing, and then just push it back in. But I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But I'll owe you guys maybe sometime this week. We'll see if I can get out early from work, and then, you know, we could just come back on and just play a little piano here and there. I know a lot of you guys enjoy that, so I appreciate that. Yes, I do owe you guys reaction videos, but again, work does call, and then family for me, you guys already know, is important, so I gotta take care of that too. So honestly, I haven't done any type of reaction videos until yesterday, because I just so happened to be back here on my computer and I saw the video drop, and I'm like, oh, they're doing the song, you know what I'm saying? Like I got so excited with Matt and Savannah. Let's just talk about those two just real quick. Matt and Savannah, oh my word. Okay, like seriously, these two, I mean, from COVID season all the way until now, I mean, they are just hitting it head on. I mean, come on, like seriously, they've got Christmas concerts going on, and then they've got other concerts, you know, going on. So Ixoon, Matt, and or Savannah, if you are gonna ever watch this video, because I know you guys do chime in every once in a while on my on my Instagrams. So please don't forget, come to Sacramento, come to NorCal. I mean, well, Santa Rosa is, I guess you could say, NorCal. That's the Bay Area. That's about, you know, another 2-hour drive actually to go. You know, anywhere in Hawaii, if it's more than an hour drive, it's too far. We always say, Brad, that's too far. I'm not gonna go because that's too far. But yeah, it just so happens that we have Christmas rehearsals during that week, and my job is the media tech director, so I have to be there. So unfortunately, I can't go. And then knowing that it's 8 o'clock at night, I can't. Yeah, it was unfortunate. But seriously, if it was maybe like a Saturday or Friday night where I didn't have any tech rehearsals, I am going to take the whole entire family, and we're driving to Santa Rosa to see you guys. But unfortunately, this time around, I can't do that. So anyway, yeah, so that's that. Hey, I know there's a lot more people that just chimed on. I know I'm probably not going to get a whole bunch of people today because it's probably dinner time in your area, or you're just waking up, walking. Oh, you guys want to eat dinner with us? You guys want to eat dinner? Hey, man, yeah. Okay. Oh, my goodness. If you haven't, I don't know if you guys have Instagram. Okay, if you guys have Instagram, you guys can follow my bakery site. Yes, I said bakery. There we go. It's called Islanders Bakery. I do that on the side because maybe some of you guys probably don't know or don't remember me talking about it, but I did go to food service, culinary arts. And I got stuck into the whole baking. That's the whole gaining weight. You know, I love pastries. It's bad. But yeah, if you're on Instagram, you can see all the stuff that I create over there. I mean, every once in a while I'll post stuff. I haven't actually opened up in a while, you know, to take any orders because I've just been so busy. If I can't even do reaction videos, what makes y'all think I can bake? You know, I don't have time to bake. That takes a lot of time, you know, so... yeah, I'm just all over the place. The only thing I don't do that my wife does very well is sew. I don't know how to sew for the crime. I mean, you can give me a needle and thread, and then I can sew a button. But other than that, on the sewing machine, I'm sure it's probably easy. But that's the only thing I don't do. I mean, pretty much, my dad was jack of all trades. So, you know, oh my goodness, you guys talking about pork cutlet? Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm making Augusta, Georgia. Well, aloha to you guys over there. How's it going over there, by the way? I mean, you guys been hit. I mean, the East Coast has been, you know, pretty much hit with, like, hurricane after hurricane, tropical storm. Hope you guys are all good over there. I forgot to check in with you guys. I know the last time we were online, that was before... if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, was that Hurricane Olaf? There was a Hurricane Olaf or something going in, yeah, or something like that. But anyway, oh, Brazil is in the house, you guys. Okay, I only know how to say bom dia, but I don't know if it's good morning right now in Brazil. I don't know what is the time zone. So Paulo, aloha to you. Welcome. But yeah, so before I run out of time, I want to make sure that I want to be able to share. I want to share some of the pictures that I shared with you guys the last time. So if you guys weren't on the live feed on the last one where I shared a little bit about my dad, shared a little bit about my sister. I have some pictures that I want to share with y'all. So this one, okay, let me see if I'm gonna get this right. Hopefully I can get this right. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, let's see if I get this right, you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this first one is when we moved to California. Okay, so when we moved to California, and this was back in 2015 when we left Hawaii. And so this right here is me and my daddy, me and Papa, in the snow. This was his first time playing in the snow. And this was 2005 or 6, I believe. And this was he and I back in the day. And obviously he was already in his 80s. So, he was pretty much frail at that time. And so he just sat on the cold snow, and I was worried about him. And I was a little bit, I was small kind worried about him, about getting cold and freezing and, all that kind of stuff. And, okay, let's settle this once and for all. Okay, this brother right over here, born and raised in Hawaii. You guys got that right. Am I living in Hawaii right now? No, I'm not. Okay, I am here in California now. I live here in California. For the record, I want to get out of this state. That's it. I'm not saying anything anymore. But anyway, so we moved. We moved from good old Hawaii and traded it for sunny California. And welcome those who are just coming in. Kia ora. Oh, we got some people from New Zealand tonight, y'all. How's it going, you guys? Yes. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try to stick to this, okay, so that I can finish all this and we can chit chat a little bit more after this. But yeah, so that was a time when mom and dad, they came up here to California with us, and we started our new life here in California. And after that, let's fast forward, because I think some of the next photos that I have was pretty much okay. So come to Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Aside from the tornado that we almost that kind of went over or past us at one point. Other than that, I have good friends in Nashville, Tennessee. They're there now. And I loved that area. What we did was, from Tennessee, we did 4 states driving. We did, we did North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So we did this big U, not U, well, yeah, a U, an O, or whatever. And pretty much, okay. Oh, am I coming in clear, or are you? Is it glitchy? Oh, I'm frozen. Do I look like I'm frozen? No, I'm not frozen. Let it go, let it go. No, I'm just kidding. Frozen. Ha ha ha. Anyway, yeah, no, I loved the Smoky Mountain region. Oh, man, that drive that we did. It was like I think early spring when we were there, so it was still kind of cold, and but I remember driving. I forgot what highway we were on. All I know is we were driving for hours, and then we came up to this opening, and the Smoky Mountain region. It was like purple. It was like a dark purple, but yet it was so beautiful. It was so nice. The smell of pine trees and and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I loved it. Tennessee, loved it. North Carolina, South Carolina, we drove through that, and Georgia, that was another one. That's a crazy one. Talk about 95 miles per hour on that main stretch of highway going into Atlanta. Okay, anyway. So anyhow, okay, so let's fast forward. I told you guys about when we were asking for a child, and we had our son Elijah. Brother Mark, how's it going? Alabama, right? Did I get that right? From Alabama. Okay, those are the states that I have to go through. Still yet, I still have 5 more states to travel, y'all. Then I've made all 50. So it's all the southern states. I think it was Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah, all down there. New Orleans. Okay. Yes. There we go. Florida, Colorado, and Alaska. I have yet to go. Yes, Mary, you were correct. Okay, so let's get back to the photos. Okay, so here's the thing. So fast forwarding after we moved up here, finally, if you guys remember the story, I told you that my dad wanted to see his grandkids, and so all I remember was after we brought Elijah home, we had taken some pictures because I did photography on the side, back then. And when Elijah was born, I just set up this in-house studio here at home, and I just took pictures only because I knew if I didn't take pictures now, I might regret not having any types of memory at all with my dad and with Jaboy. Okay, many of you guys who seen Jaboy, I know I gotta show I gotta show him to you guys now. Many of you guys have been following us from before. He's like right here already. He's about this height. My close to my height already. This kid is growing like crazy. Travis, you've seen, and Mark, you guys have, I know from back in the day, you guys have seen Jaboy already. But here is a photo of the 3 generations. Okay, myself, my dad, and Elijah. This is 3 of us. We took in my house, set up camera and backdrop. And I am so thankful that I made the decision to take photos with my dad, at that time, because little did I know that, after Ja turned 1, that was when Dad just all of a sudden went into dementia. So for those of you guys remember on the last chat that we had, it was hard knowing that we were facing the realization that Dad was gonna go. And I mean, pictures, now especially, it's all digital. You can just take pictures, and then you just forget about it. Where I remember back in the day where we took pictures with the regular camera, and we had to go develop the film. You guys remember all that? The film. you can only take like 24 pictures or 36 pictures, and then you got to go to the photo department and then go develop it, and then wait like 2-3 days or an hour photo just before you can get. Yeah, you remember those days? Yeah. Anyway, so now everything's all digital, so I was able to keep a lot of these photos, of my dad before he passed. And if you guys remember the story where I told you that we went to Hawaii for Ja's first birthday, and his last photo in Hawaii, his last photos rather at the beach, where he was with all the Ohana, friends, and we're just celebrating Elijah's first birthday, and then I would just think about, um, I just think about, like, man, Dad could go any time now, and so that's why photos. I made sure that I took a lot of photos during that time, and here's him smiling at the beach. And so pretty much, this was him. He was tired that day, actually, and he sat down, and I remember just taking a picture of him. I said, "Dad, smile for me." And yes, Elijah is Jaboy. That's him. And so anyway, this is my dad, you guys. This was one of the last shots that I took of him before he went into dementia, as we came back home to California. I mean, obviously, home. When I say home is Hawaii. Hawaii will always be my home. No, there's no other place that will replace our homeland. In fact, yeah, I think I shared this with you guys. My dad always told us that if and when I die, I don't want to be buried anywhere else except back in Hawaii. And so, that's the reason why after we had, like, literally we celebrated Elijah's birthday at the end of August, going into September, and then we flew back home. And that's when I told you that immediately the day after, when I had gone to work, Mom gave me that phone call and was kind of confused why Dad was acting all crazy and stuff. And, little did we know, fast forward, he had dementia, and then his health was just declining, during that time. In fact, it is around this time now, September 20th, back in 2009. How many years ago was that? Almost 12, 2009. Yeah. 9, 19, 20, 21. So yeah, 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago, it was already, I was going through the motions of getting in touch with, the long-term care, just, it was a crazy season. I remember, trying to put Dad somewhere because we couldn't take care of him at home, and, but anyway, as you guys already know, Dad was he went home to be with the Lord October 14 of 2009, and he went home peacefully, and yeah, okay, I'm not trying to get all sappy, just remembering, because I'm staring at Dad's photo, but anyway, yeah, so I remember, okay, I remember now why we were talking about this, because I remember on our last conversation, there's a lot of, you viewers, part of the ALOHANA crew, that you guys are watching me, and you guys are all by yourselves now, living by yourselves. The senior saints is what I called you. All y'all are, living on your own now, and so I just feel blessed to know that you guys find a friend in me, and I'm blessed to be able to connect with many of you. Again, like, maybe some of you guys who have just started following me, or those who have been following me, you guys know, yes, it's nice. It would be nice if I can get my subscribers to go up a little bit more, and get a lot more. But honestly, I'd rather have the quality than the quantity, because knowing that I have sincere, close friends, all around the world, who know me for me, and pretty much I can make that connection with you guys. That's better than someone who's just trolling through and just clicking and liking, and it doesn't mean anything. So aloha to a lot of you guys who have just chimed in. I see some of you guys there. Barton, you're on. Okay. Sharon, you're on. I see Earl. Okay, and some of your usernames, I don't recognize it, but if you guys can give me your names, hopefully I'll remember it. Right now, I'm drawing blanks on some of your screen names. But anyway, But yes, so I again for me it's I'd rather have the quality of spending time with a lot of you viewers, and just building that relationship, that friendship, that we have online. Even many of you guys have seen me. I haven't seen you personally, but many of you guys, like I said, on this side of heaven, on the other side of heaven, we'll see each other one day soon. Okay, so anyway, so fast forwarding, I told you guys about my sister. Okay, this was the dun dun dun. If you guys remember, when I said that the morning of when my dad passed away, I was preparing, to get in touch with, the mortuary back in Hawaii and letting them know that, hey, dad passed away, and so forth and so on. And then my mom drops this bomb on me, and says, by the way, you have a sister. And I'm like, say what? Say what? Kind of like, yeah. So that threw a curveball. In fact, I was like, you're kidding, mom, right? Seriously? And so anyway, so here comes my sister. Okay, obviously it's half sister. I already told you. I'm not gonna go through the whole story again. If you guys wanna find out, you're gonna have to go back on the last live. It was like we went almost 2 hours long, trying to explain that story about my sister and I. But anyhow, so fast forward. I love you guys too. I do very much, honestly. And so okay, so yeah, so remember how I told you guys that I was shocked and surprised that I had a sister. I connected with my family back in the Philippines, and I said, okay, spill the beans. What is going on? Who is this sister of mine that you guys have been hiding all these years from me? And 2 weeks later, they answer me and say, oh, she's alive. You have, 4 nieces, and you have some grandkids already. It's funny because, like I said, if you guys saw the age group, the age differences between my dad, obviously, 1930 or whatever. And kia ora to all of you guys who are coming in. Aloha to those of you guys who are coming in. But yeah, so where was I? Lost train of thought. Oh yeah, so obviously thinking about, wow, okay, my sister has kids. Now they all have children of their own. Okay, and so it's like, no, you're not calling me grandpa. Okay, the farthest that you're gonna call me is uncle. You guys can call me uncle, and that's fine. And now they have their own kids, they have their own children, and so that would be, if you follow the line the way Filipinos do, that's my great grandchildren. There's 2 of them right now. Okay, in Filipino they call it apo sa tuhod, meaning it's like down to the knee. So it's like a great grandpa. Yeah. Well, typically in the Philippines, because, like, for example, I know it's a little bit different in the Western culture, but in the Philippines, because if you're brother and sister, so their kids, obviously niece, nephew, and then when they have kids, they already start calling you grandpa. And when the grandkids already have children again, that's grandchildren. So yeah, we follow it all the way down, because even if that's not my own, like, obviously Jaboy, you guys are confused. No, that's how it is in the Philippines. I don't know if there's any other culture that does that, but that's how it is in the Philippine culture, that even if, like, for example, yes, you might say, well, Elijah's only 13, he doesn't have any kids. It doesn't matter. It's because we're brother and sister, so their kids, out of respect, and y'all know when I say out of respect, they don't just say your name. Okay, they have to give you an endearment, and that is either Uncle Sam or Grandpa Sam or Papa Sam at this point. So if you follow it down, so same thing with Elijah, because of my sister's kids who are in their 40s, they were all laughing because they were saying, so we have to call Elijah uncle. Oh no 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 no! That's their cousin. So it was funny because now their kids would have to call Elijah uncle, and he's only 13, and they're like in their 20s and 30s already. Yeah, so it is confusing. It gets a little confusing because of my dad's age. So again, just remember, me and my dad are 62 years apart. So anyway, so here it goes. I'm gonna get moving quickly because I gotta get cooking for my family. He has a great uncle. I guess you could say, again, in the Western culture, they tease about the whole thing twice removed and everything like that. But I don't know how that works. I just know the Filipino culture. That's how we do it. So okay, so after finding out about my sister, I went home. I was able to go to the Philippines and visit my sister and their family. And boy, that was, I mean, it broke the ice of the many, many years that they never got answers about my dad, and just trying to clear up the air about what was going on, and how my dad was confused and not knowing that he had a daughter in the Philippines. Again, you gotta have to watch the previous live feed to get the whole entire story because I can't repeat it again. No, I'm not, Makeo. Kuya, you're older than me. Stop it. So yes, my fellow Filipinos, my kababayans. Okay, you guys understand how the Filipino culture works, so you guys get it. Okay. Anyway. Oh, here's a plug-in, guys. By the way, if you guys haven't met Makeo, my brother right over here, my kuya right over here, go follow his YouTube channel as well. He's got some good reaction videos on there. So go ahead and subscribe to him. He does a lot of musicals and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, he has a great channel. Some of them, the graphics are better than mine, so mine is just repeating. Anyway, go visit him on his YouTube channel, guys. That's a plug-in for you, Kuya. But anyway, Makeo James, everybody. Yay! I don't have my sound effects. Anyhow, so going back, here is a picture of my first time meeting my sister. Okay, this is me meeting my sister for the very first time. As you can see, going to, actually no, this is not the first time. This is the second time I went back, actually, because this was when I went back with my family, when they got to see her in 2018. I went back, the first time I saw her was 2011. I don't know where all those pictures, I think I have some of those pictures, but I didn't have it digitally on hand. But anyway, this is my sister, y'all. Exactly. So remember how I told you guys that my dad, his first wife told him, that this child is not yours. So I'm jumping here because, and I know maybe some of you guys who haven't watched it, she, his first wife told him that this baby is not yours, yada yada yada, whatever. But again, she was playing that game like, I'm gonna lie to you, but I want you back, kind of a thing. And so that's why my dad took, what she said and ran with it all these years. That's why he was like, no, this is not I don't have a daughter. My first wife told me that I don't have any kids with her. So, Sam is my only, Bruddah Sam is my own Sam. He said he's my only begotten son, and so pretty much all he knew was I'm his only one. But everyone else who knew the story, the backside of the story, they were trying to convince him that he does have another child in the Philippines. But I honestly believe with all my heart, my dad didn't, he probably, when he passed, that was one thing that was probably unsettled in his heart and in his mind if he had another child. So yeah, going back to the Philippines, as you can imagine, when I met them for the first time, how we would patch up all these years of my dad not being in my sister's life. And it was kind of difficult in the beginning because my sister's husband didn't feel right about it. In fact, he had a little animosity going on from my dad, and I just told him, I said, all the years that I've known my dad, he's never talked about any child. And whenever someone brought it up, he would always say that my first wife told me that is not my child. So I believed her. And so that was my dad. And so even the pastors that we had back in Hawaii, who our home church back in Hawaii, the senior pastor even tried to talk to my dad, like took him on a walk by the beach side, and during Elijah's birthday, and tried to talk to him and tell him, and he just he couldn't accept it because it was already solid in his heart and in his mind that he never had any children. But anyway, right now, so to speak, with my sister, everything, I just love them very much. I wish I could see them more often, but it's so hard because of the distance that we have, in miles, and in the picture, in the times that we have. It's so hard to communicate every now and then, but I do communicate with them on Facebook, and still see them. I want to go back and see them again if possible. My sister right now is in her late 70s, so I can't even get right her age, what her exact age is, but all I know is I was so happy to know that she's my sister. And yes, a lot of you guys were saying that she does look like my dad. So when I went back, okay, remember I told you guys about the whole baptism and everything like that, and how my dad baptized his granddaughter in the water, and not knowing it was them, and sister and everything. My sister and everything, and because obviously they told him, you cannot tell him who you are. You can see him, but you can't tell them who you are because he already has a family, and so forth and so on. Anyway, so here is the photo of what I did, putting three of us together. And when I actually I did this when they sent me the email and showed me the picture of my sister. They said, this is your manang, this is your sister. And I had to pull out my dad's photo, I had to pull out mine and put mines together with all three of us, and here you go. You can see the resemblance with our eyes and nose area. It's crazy to not think that how she could not be my sister. So take a good look at that photo. Like, seriously, the similarities is like between our eyes and nose area, but you can see that is clearly my dad's daughter. And it's, yeah. Soak that in, you guys. Seriously. Some of you guys are like, wow, this is nuts, but yes, it is nuts. It is crazy. And that's why when my mom was telling me that you have a sister, I mean, as far as how shocked I was, how shocked I was, hearing that information from my mom. Again, all my years growing up as the only child, I was like, why do I feel like I have somebody missing in my life? Why do I feel like, something's missing from my life? And when she told me that, it felt like a whole bag of rocks just fell off, my back. And I was like, I am not the only one. I knew I was not the only one. I knew it. So, that's how exciting, it was for me to find out that I have a sister. And look who chimed on. It is Pastor Jared, y'all, and the kids. Oh my goodness, the kids are probably all grown up already. Mr. S, that's what they called me when I was in children's ministry. The kids call me Mr. S. So hey, you guys, how's it going, Pastor Jared? The whole entire Ohana. Miss you guys. Miss you guys a lot. Um, oh, okay. Question. Has your sister's mother deceased? Yes. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna end with this because I gotta get going, you guys, and then we'll probably do another live session sometime this week, and I'll have my piano in front of me. I promise. Okay. I will. We'll play some music, and we'll do it maybe around this time of night, or maybe a little later, maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock during that time. Oh my goodness. Of course they are. They're all grown up already, Pastor Jared. But anyway, yeah. So to answer the question, about my sister's mom, she did pass away, and just to clear the air, my nieces, they did tell me that she did regret what she did to my dad. She regretted lying to him, or not, maybe I don't know if the word lying is even a word. It was just her way of, I guess, swooning or communicating, with my dad, trying to play the games and stuff like that. But she did say that she wished she could take back, telling my dad that my sister was not his. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, she wished she could take that back about not telling him that this is your daughter, because here is the hair-raising part. Okay, so listen carefully. After my dad passed away, in October, and I'm going to end with this, okay? When my dad passed away in October, word was sent out to everyone in the Philippines about my dad passing. And then my sister's mom, okay, heard about it. They told me, my nieces told me, she was so heartbroken. And my sister was so heartbroken that she would never be able to get the chance to meet my dad in person, live, in person. And pretty much, oh, have a good evening. I know some of you guys got to go already. Aloha. Mahalo much for hanging out with Bruddah Sam, with me today. We'll catch up soon again, you guys, those who got to go. So when they heard the news, pretty much hope was all lost, because now they couldn't, patch up what was. And my sister obviously was like, okay, well, I'm sure his son doesn't want anything to do with us anymore. Or no one's going to tell him about us, yada, yada, yada. So they were thankful to my mom that she opened her mouth to tell me. And I did the research myself. I did the reaching out myself. And I told them, I said, that all of that doesn't matter at this point. The fact of the matter is, it's confirmed you are my sister, and that's all that matters. And so that's what I keep trying to tell them. I said, you're my sister, no matter how old you are and how many, kids you already have. It may seem a little weird, but this is my family. This is my Ohana. Yes, my sister obviously never got to meet my dad. And no, she did. She got to see him in the Philippines. So backtrack, okay? She got to see him in the Philippines, but she never got to tell him that I am your daughter. Does that make sense? So there was no clarification that who he saw. Remember, I told you I got to ask them for that picture. They have a picture. My dad is holding my niece in his hands, and my sister is standing, next to him. So yes, they did see him in person. However, he did not know who they were, if that makes sense. Okay, so obviously. Anyway, fast forward. When his first wife heard about my dad's death, she got sick, and October, November, December, January, I believe was. They told me that after they found out that my dad passed away, 3 months later, she passed, because I don't know. She just got sick. She felt remorse about the whole thing about losing my dad, because they said that she really loved my dad, back then. But things just didn't work out. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and she was hoping all these years that he would return. She never remarried. She never is what I think I was told. She never remarried. She never had any more children except my sister. And so that part kind of like it hit me hard. I'm like, oh man, it's like my dad passes away in October, and then after she finds out that he passes away, she gets sick, and then she passes. She passes on too, and they told me that she basically she regretted the fact that what she did to my dad. She wished she could take it back. And I said, that I don't know what to say, what I'm saying? But anyhow, after that, all that doesn't matter now at this point, because I was able to go back to the Philippines, kind of catch up with time, and bring everybody up to speed. And I just said, I have no animosity against you guys. I pray that you guys don't have any animosity against my mom or anybody, in the family. And, we put that all behind us, because pretty much I accepted my sister. That was the best gift that, I could probably give all of them, is to accept them, despite, me not knowing all of the news. But my cousins in the Philippines, who caught me up to speed now, said, yes, this is, so and so, yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, all right. So that's the whole story with my sister and my dad. And pretty much that's what it is with my sister. So anyway, it is now 7:09, 7:10, and as I go back now, yes, let's see. I want to make sure that I catch up with you guys. Oh yes, Tiffany. Definitely still in my prayer book about that for your mom. Hoping that everything will go well. And I know we have a praise report, because Kelly, I believe your daughter is cancer free. So we prayed about that. Did we not? We all prayed together online about that, and she said that there's no cancer. So I mean, great things. Great things coming out. And again, appreciate it. It's corporate prayer with everybody on here. Like I said, Pastor Jared, McEachron, who was on here, he's love that brother. He's amazing. But anyway, I will come back, you guys, and we will do another a live session with me and the piano. I know you guys were saying, man, I wish we could, you could get me on the piano and everything like that. But unfortunately, I don't have the piano connected right now. But anyway, it was great catching up with a lot of you guys. I will try to get some more reactions out there. I have to go through my list and try to make it equal, trying to catch up with everybody else. But anyhow, take care, you guys. It's so good to see a lot of this here. You guys are just chatting right over here. Oh, and by the way, someone asked me if I was going to do Discord, and I don't know how many people are actually on Discord, but I actually was able to create one, because I don't know what it is, or how, I guess, it's just stuff. So I don't know how we can work this out. But here's the thing. I'm going to post my Discord link right here for all y'all, and it is up to you guys to go ahead and follow if you guys want. I'll have it on, and there you go. We can go from there. But anyway, have a good evening, you guys. I will be back. Maybe I'll take a little picture and post it. I'll post it on my community thread again, and Oh, here's another thing. If you guys are interested in wanting to know what I do as far as a media director, and things like that, I have behind the scenes. You guys can go ahead and follow. You guys can follow our media production page. It's HCEG Media, HCEG Media on Instagram. Instagram. Okay. You guys can follow me there on Instagram. Pretty much a lot of that stuff is what I am doing each week. Pretty much events, services and stuff like that. That's my passion. That's where my heart is, in media, directing and producing and doing all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to follow me over there, you guys can follow me there. But other than that, I'm gonna say good night, all y'all, because many of you guys have to go to sleep already. But like I said, I don't know when, but I'll try sometime this week, and we'll get on the piano and we'll chit chat again. But for now, keep smiling, keep that smile on your face. Hope you guys have a good week. Take care of one another as always, and I don't know, I can't promise what reaction video is gonna come out next. It's just whatever I can get to. I'll get to it right away. But other than that, aloha. Love y'all. Take care of one another. Be safe out there, and we'll see each other soon. Okay? Aloha.